everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm going to be telling the rest of my story. I don't know why the lighting is so weird in here, but oh well. I guess my computer is not that great at videos. I ended with telling you guys that I ended up in a skilled rehab nursing home for 23 months. After being in the hospital for 2 months, I had deteriorated so much from not being allowed to walk or even get out of my bed. I also had to have surgery on both ankles since both my ankles were just completely a mess, my ligaments and my tendons, from the Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. So I was confined to bed/wheelchair for a very long time, and my muscles deteriorated, just didn't know what to do. So I started intense physical therapy. I had it Monday through Friday, sometimes Saturday, and I'd work with the physical therapists there to get stronger. It was hard being there because they didn't understand eating disorders, not that I would expect them to. So I could get away with a lot. I tried to just comply for a while, but for the first few weeks I just started losing weight again. And they told, they basically had a meeting with me and were like, you can't be losing this weight or you can't stay here. We're going to send you to an eating disorder ward and we won't be able to help you relearn how to walk. So I put on my big girl panties and was like, okay, I'm just going to do the 2 feet like I'm supposed to. And I know I needed them too in order to be able to walk again. So it was a long journey of me relearning how to walk, and it was frustrating at times and I would get down about myself. The first step was being able to stand, and at first I could only stand for 5 seconds, or if that. And I would just get so frustrated with myself and down on myself, and was like, this is not how a 21, 22-year-old, I was 22, should be living their life. I started going to the activities and playing bingo with the older people, and my dog, since she's a service dog, got to stay with me, so they all loved her. So I started not isolating myself as much. I got really close to the director of nursing, who kind of watched out for me and was really kind and took time out of her day to help me too, and just talk with me about what was going on in my head, because they obviously don't have any mental health there. I got to the goal weight they wanted me to get to, and I completely freaked out and reversed and started losing weight. But at this point they weren't really concerned, they didn't really care. They just turned their heads about it, except for a few staff members that I got really close to. I had to give up my apartment, and when it came time for discharge, I had to wait for another apartment in a different town because I had been gone so long. My help with housing had shut off temporarily. So when it finally got time for discharge, I had lost half of the weight that I had gained when I was there, so I got discharged underweight. And I just kept going with it. I got a nannying job. And I did well for a while. And I went back to choir and singing and dancing. And, well, while I was in the nursing home, I had to switch for the 4th time to a surgical tube because finally eventually they changed their rules and did not allow anyone to have this kind, which I had multiple issues with and traumatic experiences of having to get it cauterized every week because I had so much hypergranulation tissue. And it was the most painful thing. They didn't numb it or anything. And when I got out, my doctor switched back to this one. I don't know how long I was able to stay out for. But whatever, I eventually ended up getting really, really malnourished and weak, and my gynae was like, I want you to go to the ER and get checked out, and I was like, I'm gonna go to this particular ER because they never, admit, they're not gonna admit me, I'm fine, and I was wrong. They admitted me. And I was on the medical floor for 4 months. And again, from not being able to get out of bed, my muscles deteriorated and I was passing out, even sitting. So they resorted to sending me home in a wheelchair. And that wouldn't be feasible with the current apartment I had, so I had to move to a 1st floor. So I had to move all my stuff to a 1st floor apartment, and I mean, obviously now I'm up and walking. I'm better with that. Currently I have a caregiver that comes Monday through Friday, 3 hours a day. I see my therapists. I have a trauma one and an eating disorder one that I see each once a week. I have my PCP that I see every week. My psychiatrist I see once a month. And I'm still affiliated with my church and do choir and help run a dance ministry for the youth. And I'm nowhere near recovered. But I'm in a spot where I'm aiming for that body image, and weight and numbers are a battle every day. Before I ended up in the hospital, I forgot to mention I had to report the sexual abuse from when I was 4 and 5, and that's part of, I think, what sent me really downward. I ended up in the hospital, and I'm still dealing with that. The painful memories haunt me every day from all the trauma that I've had, just like it would for anyone. So yeah, that's where things are at right now. Sorry my story took so many different videos, but yeah, I'd like to know your guys' thoughts on a next video to do now that I'm done with my story. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel so you know when there's more videos. And I hope you guys have a great day. Bye.